Hello everybody. I hope that this video goes through because I don't own the music. I don't own the rights to the music in the background. But anyway, I don't own the rights. I do not own the rights. I do not own the rights. I don't know if this works like Facebook, if it's the same thing. Anyway, I only came on briefly to let you guys know that I'm going to be working more consistent and being more detailed about my personal journey. Um, the reasons behind me doing my life live is to help other people. There are a lot of people that are in my inbox on my Facebook page, which is KK Brassfield. KK, one word, Kay, Brassfield, Brassfield on Facebook. However, people hit me up on my Facebook page telling me how courageous I am and how they really appreciate me coming, live and talking about my journey and my story and documenting every one of my surgeries. That it gives them courage, So I feel like I'm doing some service to help my community, the trans community, and the LGBTQ community as well. Just helping people live in their truth. So I don't want it to be all about surgeries and transition, although that is a very, very big part of my journey. There's some other things that happened along the way that got me to the woman that I am today. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, there's been some trauma, and that's something that I want to talk about. I want to talk about trauma within our community because a lot of times when we experience trauma, and what we tend to do is just go on. We go on with our lives. We suck it up, we shake it off, and we keep it moving, especially people within the LGBTQ community, because we have to have thick skin, just so we can survive. We don't necessarily let things weigh on us too long because we have to keep going. However, trauma will always catch up to you. The effects of it will always catch up to you eventually. So I want to, touch on some of those situations about my trauma and the things that happened to me in my life, which has nothing to do with my transition. Has nothing to do with my transition. But, I am a victim of... I don't like to say victim, but I am a person who survived child molestation. I am a woman who survived rape more than once. But those are very personal things that I don't even want to talk about on my Facebook page. So I feel like I can be more intimate here and be more open. Yeah, I did experience rape more than once. I've experienced child molestation by a family friend. So those things were traumatic for me, very traumatic for me. Even though they were a long time ago, they still played a part in a lot of the decisions that I made going forward in my life. I started my hormone transition in 1996. So I'm definitely an older girl, but I still got it. But I started in 96 with the hormones, and I'm now doing the surgical procedures because hormones will only take you but so far, especially if you started them later in life. And I started my hormones probably in I would say about 30, I think I started. But anyway, I want to talk about that. There are a lot of different topics. I want to know how we deal with how people deal with trauma, and I want you guys to ask me questions. If you feel like you need to ask me anything, ask me. I'll answer it. I have the answers. You got the questions. Let's talk. I want to bring people together. I don't particularly like the whole segregating of. Understand what I'm saying. I know that there's a difference between LGBT people and cisgender people. I get this. Cisgender, heterosexual, normal. However, that doesn't mean that we can't be friends. Like, I think personally, a lot of people were so hurt. Me, one of them being one of them, was so hurt over the years and disowned by family members um, because of choices that we made. That it's hard to forgive them, you know. So we put up a wall a lot of the times with the cisgender community and want to like cast them all out like they want to do to us, but they can't. That's not the answer. I really, really want to build bridges and help people understand trans people. You know, a lot of people have really messed up misconceptions of us. And I am personally going to go on a mission to clear up some misconceptions. I've heard some of the worst things that we are being accused of. And I want to clear those things up. A lot of cisgender people, hetero people, are confused about a lot of stuff. And they're curious or they're just being misinformed. And that's okay, because that's what we're here for. We want to talk about it, and we want to, give them the right answers, or give them the answers that suit your life. Like, I'm going to talk about what works for me. I can't speak for someone else. That's somebody else's story. I can only talk about mine. But I do want to build bridges with people. I think we need to come together, So we'll see what happens. But that's going to take a long time. So in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to talk about my story. I'm going to talk about from the age of 6. Since I was 6 years old, I remember as early as 6. So we're going to talk about from that and the trauma, and we're going to heal, and we're going to help each other. So keep watching. Please subscribe. Kegine, Kegine, last name Brassfield, Brassfield. That's on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the like button so we can get to know each other. I love you guys. I love you so much. Keep watching. Follow me and subscribe.